All right, yo. I think we're live, yo.
I don't look too corny with the headphones? Do I look like a gamer nerd here?
You look like you're ready to talk some basketball, dude.
Yeah.
We want the inside
Yeah.
scoop.
All right. Yeah, I just got up. I'm on the court. I'm on court side right now.
Yo, like first impressions of the league, right? I mean, I thought the vibe was kind of cool because it's like, I mean, these guys are getting a chance to play professional basketball, and a lot of times they're not going to be able to.
During this time, especially because during this time they'd be training back home or whatever university they may have played in or whatever, maybe their alma mater. So they wouldn't be. So that's what the CEBL is supposed to normally provide, May to August, where they come back for the summer and they have a league to play in to add to their resume.
Yeah, the training is something they would have been doing, but they would also probably been working so that they can get some money, right? They would have had jobs.
I was hearing something like they're getting like $1,000 a game or something like that. Is there like a
Yeah,
set?
I think the top
Cash.
players are around that, maybe 1,500.
Don't say it like that, yo. Because 20 games.
Regular season, if we had that. Now it's the summer series, right? So
But
it's a
each
little
team will
different.
play. Each team will play like it's gonna be six games. No, 7 games.
Yeah. 6 guaranteed.
6 games. So 6 games for $1,000 each. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
We'll
some
take
money.
revenue, but-
Money
Basketball,
bags.
man.
Money bags over down here. Mr. Wacklin is like $1,000.
right.
What am I gonna do with that? I know that during the gameplay, being live, watching and hearing you guys talk in the chat room that we got was kind of tight because there's some real enthusiasm coming from your side, and you had a lot to say about the Mike Morreale tweet.
Full disclosure, though, who's Mike Morreale here? Who's full disclosure?
Mike Morreale is the commissioner of the CEBL. I'm gonna say the tweet just so we can decipher how angry it sounded. Hey, TSN Sports and Sportsnet, too much to ask for a box score or, heaven forbid, a highlight pack from the CEBL League at CEBL League. You know we're Canadian, right? And the first Canadian league to return to play with Canadian pro players. Use the Canadian flag. Kind of punching into that patriotism, the
Really
flag.
putting it in there, yeah, exactly.
Did I mention we are Canadian? Another Canadian flag.
Oh, yeah, I think he's.
And you're Canada's sports network? Ha. What a shame.
Yikes.
Hashtag our game. Poet didn't know it. Bars.
Got it.
He always has an interest to say something. He has to say something. Whether he was actually as upset he may have sounded in the tweet, or not. It's kind of his job to kind of go out there and promote the league and get attention from other areas. If you're a Canadian media outlet and the Toronto Raptors are currently the champions in the NBA, we're trying to grow the sport of basketball in Canada. It's your job to provide the basketball content to an average Canadian so they can actually see Canadian basketball for the sport to grow in the country. How else is it supposed to grow?
Especially with like 80% of every team being built by Canadian players, right? So if they're good enough and they make the NBA, then yeah, we can watch them on TV. We can watch them when they come play the Toronto Raptors if they play for, a team in the US in the league. But we got to support them, and I think that's what his point is. And he needs support to put out even a ticker with the scores or some highlights because
Yeah, because there's so many
obviously.
sports going on right now that we can just cover.
Exactly.
Like, what's going on? There's 2 ways on that, right? There's like, hey, like he's talking about these other broadcasts. Like, hey, let's put them on. A lot of people are upset. You were watching some bowl game, watching like Tulsa play, Georgia Tech on, Little Caesars Bowl. You got 7 Canadian towns, or cities. So let's mark it that way. But hey, I'm from Ottawa. I'll watch that. I like basketball. Hey, I'm from Hamilton. Let's watch. I like that. I'll support that team. You got to start from the team. Build those franchises up, and then we can create stars. Because right now, it's the type of league where people are in and out. The other way is, hey, Mike, should you be doing this on the Twitter? Maybe send an email first. Were they denying you before? Is this the right way to do it? Are you going to get eyes that way? Are you trying to cause the controversy that way? I don't know, but regardless, we're going to make sweet memes about it. And he followed up with the tweet, if you have it there too. He followed up talking about, hey, you know what? CBC did a great job this weekend.
Respect.
You know,
Respect.
and we did a great job covering that stuff.
Respect.
Because it's Canadian Broadcasting Corporation Company. So let's go.
Yeah. What I was noticing when I was watching is that I'm seeing people that I remembered seeing like playing pickup in certain areas or seeing in men's leagues and I was watching and I was like, yo, I recognize this guy, Jamal Reynolds. Yo, he was in my men's league, right? I searched in the vaults for the box score. Anson Henry firing a squad.
He shot 80% from the field. You should
I
be
kind of
balling
did
out in
my
the
thing.
league.
I kind of did my thing. But as you can see from his stats, he didn't belong in that league. That guy was
He balled out.
dominated. During the whole league, this guy was terrorizing everybody. I was like, yo, this guy's way too good for this league. And there were some decent ballers in that league, right?
That's what's so interesting about this league. These are homegrown guys. These are guys from Toronto, guys from Markham, Brampton, whatever it may be. You may have played in a men's league with these guys. Like, the guys probably dunked on you somewhere.
Or even a pickup game, like during the summer off, like when it's off season for the university school year, you can play with them, at a court outside or at a Y, at a gym, anywhere, at a school. These guys show up, and obviously they're basketball junkies, right? So anywhere someone tells them or someone knows there's a ball game going on, they'll show up and they want to get their reps in. For them, it's obviously not going to be as intense as what they're used to, but they'll get the cardio, they'll get their shots, they'll be able to try new moves, right?
For real.
I think this is a long way of saying Anson wants to try out for the CEBL.
I've shown what I could do, lifetime Ajax men's league, they know about me, you know what I'm saying? You know what's funny? All track and field athletes feel like they're really good at basketball. Donovan Bailey actually ruptured his Achilles, which totally changed his career because he was playing to pick up basketball. Even Andre DeGrasse messaged me. He was like, yo, what is this CEBL league? I've seen bare mans I used to play ball with. He's like, yo, I want to play in this league. Yeah, I was like, I'm doing a little bit of work with the CEBL. I've had a couple words with Mike Morreale. I'll put a word in for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These guys don't always have a place to play.
That's the story all the time. And then the idea of the CEBL is like, hey, you know what? We may not have the money like Euro, but hey, stay around on this continent, and you got your family near and dear, and let's make things work out here. And I think it's a good start this weekend. I mean, not for Elias's Ottawa Blackjack.
Three out of the 4, so everyone but you picked them.
Oh, why you gotta drag me into that? I picked it because I had a lot of Canadians.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And the big word for the summer series has been chemistry. Which team is going to be able to build chemistry,
quick,
the best chemistry, and the quickest, the fastest way? And then if you do that, all you got to do is win a couple games, and you'll be crowned champion in the second week of August. And let's remember, this year is different with the pandemic and stuff like that. They had a 1-week training camp, to train and get to know each other, the playbooks.
A lot of the games haven't been that tight, especially.
Exactly.
So that's what I wanted to bring up next was the Elam ending really didn't have much of an effect at all this week coming through. We were all excited for Anson. I bugged him, saying he's.
You didn't bug me. You kind of targeted me. You kind of pointed me out. It's like I was like, I can't wait to see the Elam ending, guys. And then Will had to slip in. Well, sounds like the typical
casual.
Probably like whatever he said along the lines of someone that's not notable, something like that.
Probably like the slam dunk competition.
Yeah, I made it.
You don't have a crowd there, right? So that excitement of every basket, right? Whether it's a 3 with 2 guys in your face or a big dunk, even a layup, it's like, oh, you're that much closer to that final target score. So even one layup is like, oh, let's go,
and they would play harder. So once that Elam that ending came in, the other team that was down like automatically 18 would have to get up, and they did.
Yeah, step it up every time.
And if they had that crowd, and that more you get that run going, the crowd's going to be behind it, depending, and that helps a lot. But not having that, all you do is have your bench guys. It's different, right?
The COVID effect. They got the masks on the bench. They got not the bench. They've got individual seats that are distance apart. The interviewee and interviewer have separate mics, so they're not too close. A lot of things that are happening. What have you guys noticed about it and how it's affecting the game?
But at the end of the day, it's for everyone's safety. And the officials with that, the Fox 40.
Oh, they don't have masks either. They don't have masks.
They don't have masks, but they don't have whistles.
Yeah, they're not blowing into anything.
See, that's what was getting a little bit annoying because I would only know there was a foul if people stop running.
There's got to be something where they could connect the pressing of the button maybe on like to the broadcast somehow, or like a light,
So and a whistle goes.
a cartoon whistle.
Yeah, so you could YouTube those. You could YouTube those whistles.
Yeah,
Some clip art. Yeah.
Yo, give me a shout. Give me a shout, y'all. I'll set y'all up, yo.
Yeah, why are you here with us?
There's also the basketballs, right? The disinfectant basketballs. Yeah,
Oh,
there's
nice.
4 balls. There's 4 balls on the side that no one touches, that are cleaned and ready just to use in gameplay. Now, I don't know what triggers the switch of the basketballs, if it's, used for a long period of time, or if it goes out of bounds and it's, reached somewhere where, I don't know, maybe a lot of people were walking.
It may seem unnecessary, but for you and I watching that, it's a good reminder during a time like this where, you see an interviewer who's nowhere close to the person that they're talking to, or the broadcasters are, far away from each other. You're like, oh yeah, there's still a global pandemic going on. Like I get to watch basketball right now, but there's something, serious going on in the world. It's a good reminder, and the optics of it are nice.
Little update here, guys. Little update. Mike Morreale has responded to our feed right now.
No way.
Hey, what's up,
His
Kamish?
tweet says, "This is cool." It is kind of cool, guys.
Oh, thank you. Hey, we'll take
It's
that.
kinda
We'll
cool.
take that. That's good job by you.
Respect, Mike. We
We'll
gotta
take that.
we gotta stay on Mike's
Feedback.
good side. You know what I'm saying? We know
Yeah,
how he can get. What a shame. #our game. Mike Morreale.